I'm Frankie Chenna, and you're watching the Miss World Head-to-Head Challenge here from Chimelong, Ocean Kingdom. This site has been our home for the first 4 episodes of the Miss World Head-to-Head Challenge, and I don't know how I'm going to film another episode without all of these fish around me. But enough about me and the fish. Let's welcome our 6 contestants: Australia, France, Germany, Armenia, Egypt, and Jamaica. So, what do you guys think of our studio?
So enchanting. Amazing, really.
Well, I hope you still like it at the end of today's head-to-head challenge, where only one of you can earn a spot in the Miss World Final 40, and voting is now open. So here's how it works. Each contestant will deliver an opening presentation, a video they've created, and a follow-up question. Then we'll catch up with Barney to learn more about the competition, and of course, it's the final question. So let's get started and meet our first contestant, Australia.
Every one of us has something to give. Hi, my name is Esma and I'm Miss World Australia 2017. Australia is a warm and friendly country which has some of the world's most memorable architecture, wildlife, beaches and people. I was born in a refugee camp after my parents fled the war in Bosnia and came to call Australia home when I was 4 months old. I am so proud to be representing a country which gave me the opportunity to chase my dreams and grow my abilities to help others. In my spare time, I love to play the piano and draw anime to help raise funds for charity. Charity has always played an important role in my life. My love to help others inspired me to study social sciences with a major in psychology. I want to use my education and skills to help shape mindsets and steer hearts towards positivity, faith, inclusion and acceptance within themselves and within society. I am grateful to have been given the opportunity and received the trust to represent Australia at Miss World 2017. I look forward to meeting all of the countries and experiencing the beautiful culture of China in Sanya.
So Australia, tell us more about your fascination with the mind and how you want to understand people.
Sure. One of the quotes that really stuck with me and impacted on me was, "The mind is a powerful servant and a dangerous master." And knowing and learning about that freedom can help people reach their full potential. And I believe that in understanding the mind, we understand people better, and understanding is a key element for cohesion, peace and unity. So in learning about the mind to help empower others, I think we can create a much beautiful world.
Thank you, Australia.
Thanks.
Next, we'll meet France.
Bonjour, hello. My name is Aurore Kishna, I'm 22 and I'm Miss World France 2017. I'm really proud to represent my country, which has so much to offer. In France, each region has its own culture and history. And because I wanted to share that, I chose tourism studies. I like spending time with my family and for creative activities. I started drawing from my early age and I always stayed passionate. I like sewing too, thanks to my grandmother I learned from. But I also need to do a lot of sports. That's why I train as often as possible, alone or with my coach. My experience as a Miss started when I was 19. Ever since then, I've got involved in several charities. It showed me what rich experiences helping people can be. Some steps in life can feel like a big jump in the void, and Miss World is like a real challenge that I can't wait to take up. But for now, I have to go. See you in China.
France, you went bungee jumping at the end of your video. How scary was that?
This jump was a real challenge for me, and before the jump I was really terrified. But it was an unforgettable experience that taught me that you can, if you don't limitate yourself, nothing is impossible. And I did this jump just before the beginning of the Miss World adventure, and it was a way for me to convince myself that
If I could jump in the void, I could jump in every other adventure.
Well, amazing. Thank you, France.
Thank you.
Let's meet our next contestant. It's Germany.
Hallo, mein Name ist Dalila Jabri, ich bin 21 Jahre alt, studiere Journalismus, komme aus Hamm-Westfalen und bin Miss Deutschland 2017. Also es hat alles in Kindheitstagen angefangen. Da habe ich mir mal eine Krone aufgesetzt, da habe ich immer Catwalk, Modenschau gespielt. Also ich wollte immer schon eine Prinzessin sein. Mit so einem Titel kann man natürlich viel anfangen. Man hat eine sehr große Stimme. Und mit dieser Stimme möchte ich Leuten die Augen aufmachen. Ich möchte nicht nur eine Beauty Queen sein, nicht nur eine Miss sein, sondern mit Herzen dabei sein. Und deshalb bin ich auch Schirmherrin des Charity Kinderhilfswerks. Was mir an der Hilfsorganisation sehr gefällt, man hilft nicht nur Kindern in Afrika, in Kenia, sondern auch in Deutschland. Und man weiß, dass das Geld zu 100% ankommt. Ich habe die Leute selber kennengelernt, sie helfen wirklich mit Herz.
Why did you choose to study journalism?
Ich war schon immer sehr kommunikativ und sehr kontaktfreudig. Und als Journalistin hast du eine höhere Stimme und kannst die Menschen viel mehr beeinflussen. Ich möchte die Menschen beeinflussen, aber nur im Guten.
Thank you very much, Germany. Now we've been receiving some great questions from our viewers, so please keep sending them in and we'll feature the best ones in a future episode on Twitter, Mobstar, and the official Miss World Facebook page. After the break, we'll meet our next 3 contestants. Welcome back. It's time to meet our next contestant, Armenia.
I am Liana Sarkisyan. I am from Armenia. I am a student of Armenian State Cultural University. My major is design. I am the first contestant from Armenia and I want to make my country proud.
Armenia, why did you choose to study design?
Ինձ հետաքրքրում է գեղեցիկը, չեմ կարողանում անտարբերանցնել գեղեցիկի կողքով, հատկապես ինձ դուր է գալիս ինտերիերի դիզայնը, գեղեցիկ շինությունների կողքով չեմ կարողանում անտարբեր անցնել, նաև վաղ տարիքից զբաղվել եմ նկարչությամբ, շատ եմ սիրում նաև հարմարավետություն ստեղծել, դա է պատճառը, որ ընտրել եմ այդ ուղին։
Thank you, Armenia. Next we meet Egypt.
I'm Farah Shaban, I'm Miss Egypt World and 19 years old. I am graduated from high school with an American diploma. I am currently studying computer science at the British University in Egypt. My hobbies are reading and swimming, my talent is acting. My goal in life is to be a successful programmer that creates programs that are fun for kids. One of the things I want to do in my life is the slums in Egypt. I want to ensure that everyone there must have a perfect life and must have a life that suits him or her. And another thing I did before entering Miss Egypt World is something called Traverse. Me and my friends did it before entering this pageant. Traverse is something we offered for the people who can't pay too much to just enter the educational system, and this something, or to be accurate, the computer world. Traverse is something, it's very cheap and it offers too much courses for all the people who are just interested in computer world, and I hope it will be successful for all the people in Egypt. Thank you.
What inspired you to study computer science?
Because computer science are needed in each and every industry. Every industry uses computers, so naturally computer science can work anything there. For example, they can solve problem science, engineering, healthcare, and so many others. It depends on the computer scientist how he will get the code and how he will get the software code. Also, he can earn money while he can still study. It can help him in his own life because it lets him start to think, try and figure out a problem or argument with the computer science.
Thank you, Egypt. And our final contestant from Group 4, it's Jamaica.
One love, one heart, out of many, one people.
Jamaica is a land of diversity, natural beauty, resilient spirits, and vibrational rhythm.
And I am proud to be the face of such a colorful country. Ever since I was a young girl, the rich variety of culture in Jamaica ignited my passion to travel and learn new languages. Today, I speak 4 languages. I speak English, hablo español, je parle français, e eu posso falar pouco de português também. It is the resilient spirit of Jamaica that led my grandfather, Tony Johnson, to create the first international Jamaican music festival, Reggae Sunsplash. And it is the resilient spirit of Jamaica that runs through my veins, propelling me to unite and amplify the silenced voices of women in my country and throughout the world who have suffered the pain of sexual abuse and human trafficking. This is why I am excited and honored to share in this global platform that is Miss World.
I am Solange Sinclair, and I am from Jamaica.
The land of wood and water. We're little, but with Talawa.
Jamaica, tell us more about this music festival that your grandfather created. Have you been to it before?
Yes, so Reggae Sunsplash is Jamaica's first internationally acclaimed reggae music festival. In the 1970s, my grandfather had a burning dream to unite the world through the positive energy and positive vibrations of reggae music. So himself and along with his 3 companions decided to bring about a local reggae music festival, and it was so successful back home in Jamaica that they were able to bring it to the rest of the world. And years later, you can go anywhere in the world and French-speaking people can sing every lyric to a reggae song. And the last festival was in the 1990s, but they brought it back in 2006, so I was able to attend.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Jamaica. Now you've met all the contestants of Group 4, and I'm sure you know the power is in your hands. There are 3 ways to vote: liking the contestants' official Miss World Facebook page, voting for them on the Miss World website, or following them on their official Mobstar account. The contestant with the most increase in votes, likes, and follows after this episode will advance directly into the Miss World Final 40. When we return, we take a peaceful visit to the village of Chenkan. Ladies, I hope you've enjoyed filming with Barney as much as I have. In the next video, the contestants and Barney take a little break from the competition. Take a look.
Here we are at Chenkan village. Evidently it's been a good harvest because they've made us a display completely out of chilies. It's the warmest welcome Miss World's ever had.
Chenkan village is a preserved ancient settlement situated to the north of Huangshan city. Hailed as the town of China's old buildings, it has over 150 ancient residences, among which 21 are major cultural relics under state protection.
The remarkable thing about Chenkang village isn't its 1800-year history, but it's the fact that in those 1800 years, nothing has changed. They're using the same methods of drying, the same methods of farming, and the same methods of cooking their produce. It is, in fact, a living heritage site. It's just lovely to take a break from the competition. We're at a beautiful setting and it's nice for the girls to finally have some time to reflect on things. England, Denmark, what have you learnt today?
We've learnt the lanterns that they've hung around the village today are the same ones that they hang at Chinese New Year, and they bring luck and prosperity.
Oh, and they hang them over the doors to bring them good luck.
Well, let's hope that brings you both luck in the competition.
Thank you.
We've learnt a lot today about the ancient civilization in China, so from Chenkang village, we'll see you next time.
Barney, great to have you back. You all looked very relaxed in the video.
Thank you, Frankie. Yeah, I mean, that place was absolutely breathtaking. And the one thing that I thought was really interesting about Chenkang village was that it just hasn't changed. Do you know what I mean? In 1,800 years, the place hasn't changed. I literally walked in there and it felt like I'd hopped in a TARDIS and there I was 1,000 years back in time. It was crazy. And another thing that was really interesting was that the methods that they used for drying the produce and for attracting passers-by, which was hanging the produce on the bamboo sticks, that's something that they've been doing for over 1,000 years as well. So the ladies learnt a lot that day and I certainly did as well.
Excellent. So what's in store for tomorrow?
Well, in fact, Frankie, tomorrow myself and the ladies go to enjoy a bit of relaxation therapy, but more on that next time.
Okay, well, I hope you guys have fun. After the break, the contestants will show off their skills as they answer the final question. Welcome back. It's time for the final question. Now, our contestants were each given the question before the show. I'll read the question one more time and you'll each have 30 seconds to answer. Best of luck. Many marine mammals are facing the threat of extinction. How would you begin a campaign to save them? Jamaica, you're first.
You know, the beauty about living in today's world is the power of social media, because you are able to reach thousands of people within a short period of time and with limited resources. So the first thing I would do is to start a social media campaign to reach out to like-minded individuals and different interest groups to be able to raise awareness on this on a community-based level through social media. And on a national level, I would develop a robust advertising campaign and engaging grassroots initiatives in an effort to be able to raise awareness on waste and waste management. Because unfortunately, human waste into the ocean is definitely one of the #1 causes to loss of marine life. And that includes coral reef as well. So definitely raising awareness on a national level about waste management is something I would implement.
Thank you, Jamaica. Egypt.
In my own opinion, this problem must require a global action. An advertisement campaign to stop people from doing these harmful things to the marine mammals. For example, we can put like a big paper or something on advertising to stop them from doing this shipping and marine noise and all the things that really harm the marine mammals.
Great. Thank you, Egypt. Armenia.
Իմ կարծիքով ծովային բոլոր կաթնասունները եւ մնացած կենդանիները մեզ համար շատ կարեւոր են եւ մենք պետք է ամեն բան հնարավոր եւ անհնարին պետք է անենք, որպեսզի փրկենք նրանց.
Thank you, Armenia. Germany.
Also ich finde, dass man dieses Problem mit sozialen Medien lösen sollte, wie Facebook oder Instagram, weil man dadurch die meisten Menschen erreichen kann. Man könnte auch die Vorbilder mit einbeziehen, zum Beispiel wie Stars oder YouTuber. Was ich noch gut finden würde, dass man vielleicht in Schulen mehr darüber informieren sollte.
Thank you, Germany. France.
First, I would raise awareness, especially with children, because they are the adults of tomorrow. And I would go to their schools to teach them the great behaviors to adopt. And we have a big work to do in the ocean too. And by cleaning the ocean and by reducing the massive fishing, it is essential to improve this situation. And I think, I know that sea beans already exist, and I think we could install more of them in the ocean. Finally, nowadays social media are really important, and I would use it to inform the population.
Thank you, France. And finally, we have Australia.
Education is really important, but also having compassion and making sure the heart is in the right place is what I think will inspire people to take care of the wildlife in the ocean. So recently we watched the talent section of Miss World, and each contestant presented their talent, and it got quite emotional. So I think a campaign that facilitates that notion of beauty with a purpose, where people tell a story about animals and reform that connection between humans and animals, will make people more conscious about the decisions they make. And I feel that by doing that, we can inspire greater change, and every individual can play a role in saving wildlife.
Thank you so much, Australia.
Thank you.
We did it. Congratulations. The final question is over. The head-to-head challenge is finished. Thank you so much for watching episode 4 of the head-to-head challenge. Remember to vote for the contestant you think deserves a spot in the Miss World Final 40. The winner will be announced in a future episode. And make sure you stay up to date on all of our social media pages, the Miss World website, missworld.com, our Miss World Facebook page, the Miss World Instagram, and Mobstar accounts. And make sure you watch episode 5 with Paraguay, Curacao, Gibraltar, Cook Islands, Portugal, and Colombia. Vote in our head-to-head challenge to have your favorite contestant advance to the Final 40. There are 3 ways to vote. Visit the Miss World website, on Mobstar using their official Mobstar account, or by liking their official Miss World Facebook page. The contestant with the most increase in votes, likes, and follows will advance directly to the Final 40.